Welcome to Whirlwind, Ladder Edition, spawning in the bottom left-hand position. If he can secure a victory here, he will secure a victory for his team. The Blue Zerg, he is 0.
His opponent spawning as the Orange Terran on the top right position. He's a new player for EGTL, but he did practice in the team for a long time. His name is Alive, playing for EGTL. He needs a victory right now in order to drag the series into the ace match.
As long as Alive is alive, then EGTL's chances of making it to the ace match remain alive as well. It's going to be so important for him to make a victory here. It's so important for EGTL to grab the win here. So much is on the line here. Even though Woongjin Stars is the first place team, they've only lost 5 times the entire season. To take it to an ace match and actually beat them would be a great accomplishment for EGTL and put them on the right step to coming back into this season of Pro League.
Well, Alive, he was in GSO round of 4. He did take the victory in IPO Season 4. In Iron Squid, he was in round of 4.
So, hey man, I mean, he's not bad, that's for sure.
He's definitely no slack.
No slacker at all. He's slacking in the personality, but hopefully with time, we'll get to know a little bit more about him. Maybe he'll come out of his shell a little bit more. And if he starts taking a lot of games for EGTL, I certainly hope so.
Well, this is an STX so we will see him. We'll see his personality come out pretty soon.
That's true. STX Soul, of course, notoriously known for having no personality or flair in their players. They win the game. They're very short and concise with their interview answers, and then they just go back to the bench and don't do anything else.
Just look at innovation. That's gonna be my only response. So gas first into pull, a lot common these days. Sometimes they go for gas and then pull inside the main base and then take an expansion. Other times they take an expansion and then take the gas and the pull. On this map, it's better to go for the 5th hatch first because the map is so large. The Reaper is not going to arrive in your main base, and if you don't have the speed when Reaper arrives, then you might actually get into huge trouble. So that's why these third players, they're going for speed first.
Yep, so going for that speed first. Just playing a little bit extra safe here. Zero, of course, he's probably never played Life before, or at least known about playing him. So, you know, he can, you know, kind of study some of his replays, but it's been a while since we've seen anything, you know, recorded or televised from Alive. So, you know, it's also Heart of the Swarm. Essentially, Zero is just playing as safe as possible.
Oh yeah, definitely. And also the map allows him to, you know, go for the 15 hatch first and just play it out. Now, 2 queens by Zero, and Alive, he's known for, you know, playing really standard builds. Not too much of a cheesy player, but not too greedy either. It's just basic Terran dictionary play that we've seen from Alive. This year, in 2013 Korean official matches, he is only 4-8, so I really want to see him do better in Pro League.
He is indeed the last chance for EGTL today, so it's so important for him to win. And, you know, I have to say, though, Alive, he has excellent execution. He's able to, you know, take important wins when he needs to. You know, that's certainly evident by his deep tournament runs and win in IPL 4. So, you know, winning here against Zero, it's not going to be a walk in the park, but it's not the impossible. And we have a factory on the way. Looks like we're going to see some reactored Hellions here, probably followed by some Widow Mines. That seems to be pretty common in Terran versus Zerg nowadays. Behind that, you know, Alive just macroing up a lot, getting some SCVs, and really just powering out a lot of workers now. Same with Zero. A fast 3rd command center, not even bothering to hide it whatsoever here. And we actually, I don't think we've seen any Marines out yet, and actually we're seeing 2 Widow Mines followed by a Starport here.
Seems like he wants to go for the Widow Mine drop, which is really popular. He might even make the Widow Mines and then start making Hellions, using the Widow Mines just for our defense. And here's a Roach Warren by Zero.
Yeah, that Roach Warren definitely going to be hard to deal with. Look at this, though. Alive, using the command center to actually complete off his wall here. So, actually pretty smart there. Not expecting him to wall off like that, but I guess, you know, it works.
Yeah, just use it as a wall instead of using different buildings. You know, you're already building a command center, so it's great. You're not going to take a 3rd base too quick either because you're not going to have enough units to defend the 3rd base. So this is fantastic play by Alive just to wall it off like that.
Ooh,
now, Zero is taking a third base, but the Roach Warren does finish, and we do have up to 4 Widow Mines, and a Medivac is coming out.
Indeed, that's going to be the scary thing for Zero to deal with here, but also Alive, he is completely unaware of this Roach aggression that's going to come his way here, and he's just playing so greedy here, really going for just pretty much the greediest possible build.
Yeah.
2 more Widow Mines are on the way. We have a Viking out as well, and this Medivac is going to head over. I think it will be spotted by one of these queens, though.
Well, this Overlord needs to spot that really soon, because I don't think Zero actually has vision inside the main base at this point. He does see the Medivac coming, but does he know that it's 4 Widow Mines, or does he think that it's going to be some type of different drop? He needs to prepare for everything. He needs a vision.
He does need the vision. All right, we have the Roaches moving across the map. This is such a large map, though. I think this third base, it is going to be scouted. While Live here is going to be moving in, dropping some of the Widow Mines. There's absolutely no detection. He has nothing to deal with these Widow Mines here, and they're going to go off and deal a good amount of damage, killing off a few drones here. 1, 2, 3. Looks like 5 drones combined killed there. Lots of Zerglings have been forced out. Now it's 43 drones to 38 SCVs. But the Roach attack, it hasn't started yet, but it looks like he's going to move in very soon here and try to go for an attack.
And also Widow Mine Sparrow just in time. The bunker is already finished, so the Roach is don't even touch Alive at all. Now here's a Medivac drop once again. The Sport Crawler is over there, but the Widow Mines drop just in place. Will not get that much drones, but the Zerglings are in position.
Oh!
And gets a lot of units.
Oh, but unfortunately for Alive, the Medivac is sniped off here. 1 Widow Mine, 2 Widow Mines barely remain there, but the thing is the Spore Crawler, it can simply uproot and head back over to where those Widow Mines are. But you know what? I think the Widow Mines did a good amount of damage there, and it's still pretty even, but I have to say that it certainly wasn't a loss for Alive.
Well, you have to think about Zero going for Roaches, because he's trying to go for the Roach tech, he's trying to pressure his opponent, and that didn't work out completely. Alive, he did lose 4 Widow Mines, but he did delay the mining for such a long time, force the Spore Crawler, force all the Zerglings that could have been used for pressure to stay inside the main base to defend against the Widow Mines. So I have to say Alive is in a better situation. He also has a third command center which has been untouched, and all he has to do is take the expansion.
Exactly, and we also have the double upgrades almost finishing for Zero here. He's making a few more drones as well, getting that Spire up as well. Baneling this almost complete, and right now, Alive, he's just moving into heavy macro mode.
Oh yeah, definitely. He knows that the pressure from Zero stopped. He knows that he has enough army to deflect the Roach army that he saw earlier in the game. So all he needs to do is slowly push out, even lift up the command center and take an expansion.
Yep, so he's going to go ahead and move that command center over to the third base there. He's going to probably take out some units. Uh-oh, that Widow Mine, it's going to get sniped off pretty easily there. Those Roaches in a good position. And that Widow Mine now hiding in the line of sight fog of war. Actually would be kind of cool to see that on the corner there. And I think the Zerg player may have no idea that the Widow Mine was ever there.
Well, it seems like Alive wants to go for a drop, and this drop could do a lot of damage with the booster, but he also needs to be careful, because if Zero is actually... Okay, so Zero actually pulled back, so it's not going to happen. But think about this. If Zero was out on the map and attacked the third base, he wouldn't have any units to defend the third base against those Roaches and some Zerglings out on the map. Just for Alive, it's a great situation because his opponent did decide to come back into his base.
The one problem, though, for Alive is he is a little bit behind on the upgrades. It's 63 to 72 workers, so still pretty even both ways. We have some Banelings out now as well, so it looks like, yeah, 4 mutas on the way. This drop, how much damage is it going to do? We're going to have to find out here, and the drop is going to go down uncontested. Where are Zero's defensive units? 1 queen goes down, and another queen goes down. That muta is going to get taken out almost instantly here. Nice control from Alive here. This drop is actually going to do some damage and get out of there no problem.
Yeah, even the Muta's gonna try to go for it, but he doesn't have that many Mutas to change the Medivac, so... Yeah, like you said, it goes uncontested. Now... Okay, so I'm just checking around, and I don't know how many queens there are, but I don't think I've seen that many queens around Zero's base, and I think that's because he decided to go for the Roach tech earlier in the game. He spent so much money into it, but didn't really get any advantage out of it, and is slowly catching up. Alive picking up 2 queens at once. That was also great by him. It forces Zero to make double queens right now.
Exactly, just, delaying his economy where possible. Both players are pretty much even in the supplies right now. Alive also going for the Tunneling Claws upgrade for, well, not Tunneling Claws, the upgrade that will allow the Widow Mines to the burrow in 1 second instead of 3. It's definitely going to help him out a lot there. 2-2 on the way for him. Alive is sweating almost as bad as Jaehoon did in his game.
Well, at least he is focused on the game, and he's slowly pushing out on the map, slowly using the Widow Mines. Those are too clumped, though. I like to see them, spread out a little bit more so that they target different units at different areas. But these units that were hidden on the left bottom side, it's going to get toasted.
Yeah, actually, though, wasting a good amount of banelings there. I'm not sure if Zero really needed to lose all those banelings there. Alive, it looks like he's focused less on drop play and more on just heavy macro play. And Zero, he has units defending at there. Alive needs to move his units back. He can't let the banelings hit all of those units. And all of the banelings get taken out. Excellent hot pick up there with the Medivacs. And now we're going to see a counterattack on the third base. But look at that. So many Widow Mines there. If the mutas get in range,
he should be careful. If he actually moves in with the mutas, the Widow Mines can kill everything. And he has enough units. All the banelings get taken down. The roaches are defended. And now Alive is at third base, taking out the drones. Zero doesn't have any units.
Zero completely lost his entire army, essentially. He is able to remake a lot of it, but that hatchery isn't going to go down. It's so close to dying. The hatchery, it does go down. The Medivacs pick up and scurry out of there. Alive in a very excellent position, 182 to 150 supply. And Alive, he's constantly reinforcing. This guy has incredible macro. He's doing a great job here. Coach Park, though, he is not convinced. He knows this game is not over, and Alive needs to press the attack in order to stay in this game.
Against some kind of army like this, you need some different tech. You need to, as a Zerg player, you need to slowly start teching into Hive. Even Scarlet showed a few days ago that using Infestors and using Infested Terrans to nullify Widow Mine is a great play, but Zero, he only has mutas, he only has Zerglings, he only has Banelings. He might be able to hold a few attacks here and there, but there comes a point where the Bioforce is too much, and Zero needs the Fungos, needs the Infested Terrans, and here we go, the mines going off on all of the army, not as great as Alive have hoped for.
Alive, unfortunately, that didn't work out quite well for him. Just a few too many banelings there. But he is going to go move out and, kind of try to run away from there. More Widow Mines being burrowed around the map, and the reinforcements keep coming here. And now that third base is not as defended as it was in the past here. But look at this. We have some Widow Mines moving into that third base, along with some more units. Zero forced to be on the defensive. Once again, this hatchery, I think it may be forced to cancel down. Widow Mines burrowing here, and they're going to go off on those Zerglings, killing a huge amount of them. Nice moves from Alive, but Zero, he's able to defend, and all of a sudden, it looks like we have a very even game here. Once again, Alive, where is his third base?
Alive's third base is actually at the 3 o'clock.
Oh, sorry, fourth base, excuse me.
But that Widow Mine going off once again. And one thing that I noticed is that Zero, because of the constant harassment for Alive, because of the queens getting taken down, look at the creep spread. He's not even halfway through the map, and we are at 18-minute mark.
That just shows how great Alive's creep control has been. He used some very crucial scans in order to, kill certain parts of the creep on the map to prevent it from really spreading out too far. We do have a 4th command center almost completed for Alive here. He also has a pretty good amount of money in the bank, actually, but Zero also has quite a large gas stock as well. So as both players start to hit that maxed up time once again, Alive is going to move in here. Is going to try to make some damage happen.
Guess only a single muta. That was lucky for Zero. If it actually hit the middle of the muta pack, then it could have killed a lot of units. But Alive, not giving Zero any time to go into high tech. Ultras are so great. Infestors, Fungos are so great against bio units. But Zero, he's forced to make a lot more Zerglings instead of going for the Infestors. He's forced to make more Banelings. And now Alive is attacking at 2 locations at once.
Alive is going for the double-pronged attack here, but also Zero attacking the third base. There are so many Banelings here. The Widow Mines, where are they? Are they doing the damage they need to the Banelings, the Marines here, and the missile turret? I think they may force those mutas back for now, but so much damage has really been done on both sides here. But Alive, he is so far ahead in the supply right now. The problem is his third base is he's not actually mining from it right now. Alive, though, he's able to snipe the 4th base, and he's going to get the 3rd as well. Oh my, Zero, he's going to simply run dry at this point. He doesn't have a lot of units. He doesn't have any bank, and he's certainly out of resources at his main. His natural is probably getting close to mine out as well. The third command center, it's going to go down for Alive.
Well, Zero still needs to deal with the medevacs and some of the Marines that are out on the field. Only then he needs to secure the third base and the fourth base again. He does have the expansion at the 6 o'clock, but it's so far away that it's really vulnerable to medevac draft. So he needs to be careful. He needs to take another hatchery really close to his house. He does have the high tech, but because he doesn't have the
oh, the Whirlwind hits! They're able to hit. The Mutas killing a few of them there, getting them low on health. Zero, he's simply running out of resources and army right now. 184 supply to 123, but Alive, hasn't landed that command center because there's that burrowed Zergling there. Easily gets taken out there. That Overlord tried the spread creep there, but did not get it just in time. And now Alive's going to be able to land and start mining from that expansion.
Oh, this is looking so bad for Zero. He doesn't have the economy. He has the hive tech, but he's still sitting on layer units. He doesn't have enough minerals. He's sitting on so much gas, but he can't make any units. Look at the supply difference, 191 to 115. He needs to wipe out the command center.
A bit of a mistake there from Zero, kind of just running in there without sending a Ling or two first, but with excellent control of these Mutas and the Overseer, he will be able to take out those Widow Mines. Alive, not completely focused on there, but Alive, look at this, moving in with a huge army supply into the main base right now.
He also took out the 6 o'clock expansion while the battle was happening inside Alive's third. Now, Zero is coming back trying to defend against this attack, but all Alive has to do is pressure. He's in such fantastic position throughout the whole game. He did lose the third command center, but he didn't lose that many SCVs. Zero's the one who's starving to death right now. In fact, Alive, as long as he doesn't suicide that many army, look at the supply, 193 to 104. He's in complete lead of the game. He has the complete control of the map, and all he has to do is make sure Zero cannot take another base.
Exactly, and Alive, he's doing that perfectly right now, you know, constantly around the map, harassing everywhere, and even using a Widow Mine that has 19 kills on it to deny that drone, and that drone gets killed off. It looks like Alive is doing a great job. Uh-oh, his unit's moving on the creep here, and is he going to be able to control him properly? Oh, excellent, baiting those units. He is going to lose some of those Marines there, but he does manage to kill off a lot of Zerglings.
There was actually a case where the Widow Mines worked against him because it was trying to hit one Zergling.
Hold that thought, though. The Banelings, they're moving in here. This could be one last big attack, or sorry, defense from Zero. This is a pretty large force from our EGTL Terran here. Is he going to be able to make this happen? This could be it, but the Widow Mines are taken out. The Banelings are still rolling in here, connecting with a lot of those Widow Mines, and there's just not many units left.
The problem is, even if he defends his attack, what is he going to do? He's mining not natural. He's only on one mining base. That is something that you do not want as a Zerg player. You want at least 3 bases. You want at least up to 8 gases when you're playing against Terran players. You don't want to sit on Mutas and Zerglings and Banelings for such a long time. You need a high cost, the high tech units, and you know, he's staying in one stage of the game for such a long time that Alive, even if he loses a lot of units, it doesn't really matter at this point.
I also want to point out, Alive is making 5 Widow Mines at a time here. He actually has just an insane amount of mines this game, and I want to say Zero has actually been doing a better job throughout the game at dealing with them for the most part. There have been a few issues, but other than that, he's done an okay job moving in the Marauders first. Alive knows he has to have the Marauders tank the Baneling shots while he keeps the real DPS in the back, but uh-oh, this could be very, very bad for Zero. His Banelings are connecting with the Marauders, but not the Marines!
He's still not quitting the game because he has the Infestors coming out, but without the base, there's no way that he can win the game now.
Oh, losing that base, that could be it for Zero. It's now 186 to 85 supply. Oh, and no, the Marauders, they're coming forward. They're able to snipe off 2 Infestors there. They may be able to get a few more here. Also forcing cancels on those Banelings as well. Fungal goes off, hits a very good amount of units, but I don't think it'll be enough at this point. There's simply no army left for Zero. There it is, GG! Alive wins his first game in Pro League, and now Evil Geniuses Team Liquid, they will take it to an ace match.
Really solid play by Alive, just the 9 bases left and right. Zero, at first, it looks like he was able to focus on those harassments, but it was too much in the end, and Zero He lost so many hatcheries. Alive. Yes, the Mutas killed a lot of SCVs, killed the command center, but he did have extra command center back at his home, and it was pretty much a trap because the Mutas were out of position to deal with the main army of Alive at the 6 o'clock at the semi-3rd and the 4th base.
Well, the two new recruits for EG have proven themselves in the first game, both winning their games in high-pressure scenarios. The